Okay, we're going to look at solving some equations that have fractional powers in them. Now, the first thing that we need to do before we can deal with the fractional power is get the x to the power by itself. So I'm seeing this 3 times this stuff. I want to get rid of this 3, so I'm going to divide both sides by 3. When I do that, I end up with x to the 3 halves equals 27 divided by 3, or 9. Okay, so once I get that, what I need to do is undo the 3 halves power. In order to undo the 3 halves power, I need to raise it to the reciprocal power. So x to the 3 halves would get raised to the 2/3 power. And so if I raise the left side of the 2/3 power, I need to raise the right side of the equation to the 2/3 power as well. Why do I raise it to the 2/3 power? Well, the reason why is because when you have anything to a power raised to another power, the way you can simplify that is multiplying the powers. And when I multiply these powers that are right here, 3 halves and 2/3, I get 6/6, or 1. X to the 1. That's what I want, which is just x. So now I need to calculate what is 9 to the 2/3. So what does the 2/3 power mean? The 3 means the root, so this is the 3rd root of 9 squared. Now, if I could calculate this nicely, if I knew the 3rd root of 9, I knew the number that multiplied by itself 3 times to get 9, I could just do that in my head. But a lot of times we get something that we can't, we might have to use our calculator. This is one where you'd have to use your calculator. You can calculate the 3rd root of 9, and that's 2.08 something. It goes on, and then you want to square that number, and so this is approximately 4.3267, and I use my calculator to come up with that part of it. Okay, over here on the right, I want to get that w to some power by itself before I can deal with it, so I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides first. This will make this w to the 5/6 power equals 32. Now, in order to get rid of the 5/6 power, I need to raise that side of the equation to the reciprocal power, or to the 6/5. What I do to one side, I must do to the other to keep this equation balanced. So I'm going to raise 32 to the 6/5 power as well. On the left, we know this is going to be w, because I would multiply these powers and get 1. 30/30. On the right hand side, I need to rewrite this fractional power. When I have a 5th, that's the 5th root of 32, and then I would have to raise the answer to the 6th power. Now, this is one where I could use my calculator, but I like to try to think of it if I can on my own first. And what times itself 5 times is 32, and I'm thinking it's 2 to the 5th power. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Yeah, that is 32. So the answer to this middle part, the 5th root of 32, is 2. And so I need to raise 2 to the 6th power. Well, I know to the 5th power is 32, so that's multiplying by 2 one more time. So it's going to be 64. Okay, this next problem on the bottom left is kind of the same problem as the ones that you just saw, but it's in disguise. So what I want to do first is I want to take this 4th root and change it into its power. So this is 2 plus y to the, it's raised to the 1st even though you don't see it, so it's to the 1/4 power. Okay, so if you see the 4th root of something, it's the same as raising something to the 1/4 power. In order to solve this, I need to get rid of this 2 first. So I've simplified that to y to the 1/4 power equals 2. And if I want to get rid of a fractional exponent, I raise it to the reciprocal power. So I'm going to raise both sides to the 4th. I could put 4/1, but we all know that's 4. So y to the 1/4 to the 4th is y, and 2 to the 4th power is 16. So the answer to that is 16.